Okay, so it seems like we have some actually good news regarding VShojo, which is actually very interesting. It seems like the subreddit for VShojo has now been fully taken over. Now, obviously, they call it now Ex-VShojo, like the official name for the subreddit is still r/VShojo, but they put Ex-VShojo as like the subheading here, which is very interesting as it seems like this has been completely taken over by fans, and they've given us a kind of update on what is going on, because if you guys don't know, VShojo has now shut down, obviously after being exposed for all of the horrible stuff they've done, including stealing charity money and stealing money from other kind of creators and everything like that in the agency. And it seems like now the community is starting to take over and pick up a lot of the pieces for VShojo. We've seen it with the VTubers as well. For example, them picking up the pieces to do with merch sales and everything like that. VShojo have not taken any responsibility whenever it comes to it, which they should have done. And obviously, you know, people like Ironmouse, people like Giga, etc. are trying to get the rights for their music back, are trying to get the merch out to a lot of their fans who have been waiting for it for ages and trying to buy it with their own money. And obviously, yeah, it seems like, you know, they are now taking over the VShojo subreddit as well, which is great to see. And they say, and so the smoke, soot, and ashes settled upon the rubble, with now litters the earth. VShojo is no more. The company is effectively gone, pending the usual drawn-out legal horse-dung flaying process, collapsed and imploded spectacularly, incinerated by their own matches. If you'd like to find out more details on what happened with VShojo and what they did to seal their fate, please see Ironmouse's video and the official statement from the company, as well as many community notes, witness statements, and victim testimonies, which obviously, if you don't know what happened, I've got a ton of videos if you want to look at specific cases. Each video kind of covers a particular case with separate VTubers. For example, we covered the Vebe situation, we covered the Ironmouse situation, of course, you know, we covered stuff to do with Michi, Kuro, you know, Giga, all the people. We literally pretty much covered every single member in VShojo and their reaction to it and some of their issues with the company. So if you want to see that, then you can go through. There's a whole entire playlist as well regarding the kind of VShojo situation. So yeah, definitely go through that if you don't know what's going on. But essentially they say this situation is far beyond deeply disappointing, distressing, and heartbreaking. The company doesn't matter. It's the talents who suffered. Please remember in your hearts that these people, these poor people, the streamers who have brought us so much joy and happiness, are the victims of this tragedy. Please do not push or pester them for answers. This will take a long time for them to heal. There are still many unanswered questions and problems like merch payments, etc. Unfortunately, no one in the mod team, including myself, has any idea or ability or info to deal with that. We, the moderation team, are in no way affiliated or associated with VShojo Inc., the company. I suggest looking for answers in those streamers' respective communities if they choose to address those concerns in PSAs. Keep in mind that these problems, which are not even their fault, and they shouldn't have had to deal with this in the first place. They say, regarding the subreddit, I've seen questions of what will happen to it. Will it become a lawless wasteland wandered by trolls and antis? Is it still somehow under the control of the evil corpos? The answer is no. This space now belongs to us, the community and the fans. As people move on and years past, traffic will probably decrease as this place fades into obscurity, but until then we may as well use it to celebrate and promote the fantastic talents and entertainers who made VShojo what it was. So again, obviously a great way to kind of continue this, you know, going on. They say, feel free to respectfully discuss and promote anyone who is in VShojo, including the Lost Generation members. Many of the streamers who also have their own subreddits, so feel free to post there or here or not. It's up to you how much of these spaces get used. Remember, the truth always comes out, even if it takes years. It will surface. Be kind to each other and carry yourself as such. Thank you for taking your time to valuable time to read this. R2K, who is obviously one of the moderators, and as you can see here, they have a moderator list. There used to be Gunrun and stuff used to be on this list, but now it just seems to be entirely just fans. Again, I don't recognize any of these names as, you know, members or whatever of VShojo. So again, it's going to be entirely fan run, which I think is the best way going forward. And obviously they say that this is going to be used as a place to kind of promote a lot of the X talent and also some of the talent that never managed to get into VShojo or never managed to debut with VShojo, which honestly I think is the best way to go forwards. For example, you know, I frequent in a lot of subreddits like Kurosanji and stuff, which is obviously a subreddit dedicated to kind of pointing out a lot of the kind of issues with Nijisanji and discussing a lot of the Nijisanji members transparently rather than obviously an official Nijisanji server where it would get quite heavily moderated. So again, I think it's going to be a very similar situation in where they will openly talk about VShojo, and obviously, as they said, they don't mind if it kind of goes into obscurity, because again, VShojo is now over, so it would make sense that the subreddit would kind of die with it. But also, I think it is a good kind of gesture to get a lot of the members and stuff promoted on these servers while people are still interacting, and also it kind of keeps people still together without them being a part of like the official company, because obviously a lot of them will be very separated, and obviously this provides them with a little bit of extra support as they all go into their indie routes. I think pretty much everybody decided to go indie and not give up their kind of VTuber career or whatever. So again, obviously, a lot of people have never done indie VTubing before. They've never been outside of that. So, it can probably be a little bit daunting. So hopefully that this kind of subreddit and other communities like this will also just support these people so that, people know what is going on. Essentially, so it feels like there is some kind of community around a lot of the ex-members still. People saying, thank you guys for not abandoning everything that was built here, and for us, and for allowing us to continue the love of the creators we have come to care about. It said, thank you for the transparency. I've always liked this community on here, and I'm glad it'll be here for a while. So thank you for the update. Hopefully we can get the name changed eventually through Reddit administration. I, for one, plan to stick around. It's much easier to have this place be a hub than post in every single individual sub. I always hate interacting on Twitter, so I will continue to post Twitter stuff here instead. Which obviously, yeah, I think that is a very good point there. Obviously, a lot of people, for example, like Ironmouse and Project Melody or whoever, any of the members, they all have their own individual subreddits, and obviously sometimes it can be a little bit annoying just kind of posting to all of them. And the VShojo subreddit used to be a way of people just to post in one place rather than going to multiple places. So I can see why this is so much more helpful for a lot of fans that just want to share clips and things or whatever they see. So again, I think it is good that it's carrying on. People saying, respect to y'all, my lingo with these situations and with anything, be excellent to each other. Uplift the girls and gentlemen Keihan Kuro, because right now they all need the love that they need. Kudos to the mods team. So again, a lot of support, people saying thank you for sticking around, saying thank you for announcing this seriously. As for the name, I nominate Ex-VShojo to be my recommendation. I always thought it was fitting for the former talents, Nyan, Vey, and Silver, but they're all now indie. We can just leave it at that. As for the sub, I do absolutely think it should stay. It now could be updates for how the former talents are going, announcements for collabs, music videos, or whatever, which, yeah, is 100% the way that it should be going, and hopefully we do see more of that. I mean, the sub has still been active even during a lot of the drama, whenever it was going on, and a lot of the kind of things that are going on. Again, it says, the cow says it so it's official, we're not VShojo Dayo, which obviously, yeah, a lot of people have been very happy that this is staying. And yeah, as you can see here, a lot of people have been still posting about many of the talents that have been going on. So again, I think that's great. And obviously, hopefully they do continue for many years to come, because hopefully they can just support a lot of the ex-VTubers that were, well, I say ex-VTubers, like they're not VTubers anymore, ex-VShojo members, which are now kind of going on their indie journey. And hopefully this just can kind of keep a little bit of a community together, even after, VShojo has fallen. But again, obviously we've had zero updates from VShojo in terms of, how their bankruptcy is going or whatever, or when they're officially shutting down as a company, because it doesn't seem like they've done that yet. So again, we have to wait and see. And, there's been no real talk ever since the whole gun run reply, which was absolutely horrible, by the way. It was just really hard to kind of believe anything he was saying, especially whenever he was talking about the charity money and the fact that he didn't know it was being stolen things. It's like, yeah, right. Like, let's be real. But again, I think, for example, when you search on here, it says Ex-VShojo here, so they might be changing the name soon to Ex-VShojo. I'm not sure, but they've also changed a lot of the description and stuff, saying that, the subreddit is a community for VTubers formerly from VShojo, was a now defunct talent agency which focused on promoting VTuber content creators. This subreddit is fully community operated and has no affiliation with VShojo. So again, hopefully this can continue, and there's been a lot of people posting on there already. So again, we'll have to wait and see what kind of goes on with that. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the situation, because again, I'm very interested in what you guys have to say. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off again. They've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So, see ya.